Hello and welcome to Let's Play Fighting Games. I remember that I played the portable versions of Mortal Kombat. I liked it so much I thought, I'm going to do it again! And I'm going to do it with Mortal Kombat II for Game Boy. Unfortunately, the Mortal Kombat collection does not have Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Gear. Nope. Has Mortal Kombat 1 for Game Gear, but not Mortal Kombat 2. Which is a shame, because Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Gear was much better than the original. In fact, take the entire Mortal Kombat trilogy for portable consoles, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Gear was the best of them all. Now, I do have it in a blue screen because I'm going to be playing as Sub-Zero. If you want to see what the intro looks like with the regular screen, hang on. Screen options. GBL, the L stands for light, because in Japan there was a Game Boy that had a backlight. Oh, no. Not pocket. There we go. I will admit, my favorite palette is the typical black and white, because it's the hardcore one. But I could be a little biased. Maybe I like the blue one because I like a little blue. Blue is my second favorite color. My first being purple. Fun fact. Okay, screen options. So this is the Game Boy one, you know, green. Game Boy Pocket, a bit less green. Game Boy Light. And blue, dabba-dee, dabba-da, dabba-dee, dabba-da, dabba-dee, dabba-da. 6 credits, but thank goodness we have save states. And I am not ashamed to play the game on easy mode, especially with save states. Alright, without further ado, let's play! Oh man, which one was Sub-Zero again? There are 3 male ninjas, 2 female ninjas. Okay, this one's Scorpion. I think this one is Sub-Zero? Hang on, let me show you this again. There are 5 ninja characters in a black and white game. 5 ninja characters in the black and white game. It is hard to tell which one is which. This is Melina. This is Katana. No, we're not playing as Katana. We're playing as Sub-Zero wins. Yep, 0 for Sub-Zero. But why couldn't they add an extra 3 letters so it could say, a Sub-Zero? I don't know. Shoot! I actually, I have the block button set on 2 different buttons, and I actually pressed the block button instead of the punch button. My bad. So that's why when I came up to Jax, I was blocking instead of punching. Whoa! Hang on, let's see if I can dodge that. Ha ha ha! It's really hard to dodge that. I mean, there were hardly any frames of animation, so it was done really quickly. It's not like in the actual game where you can see Jax get ready for the punch, and boom. Fun fact: Jax was supposed to wear a yellow gi. But then he had this design. Now, one thing I will say about me, when it comes to games with fatalities, I don't usually, I don't like, killing characters. So that's my mercy fatality I did on Jax, where it's not really Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't like having good guys killing good guys. Good guys killing bad guys, okay. Bad guys killing good guys and bad guys, except for allies, okay. Good guys killing good guys, Allies killing allies, not okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to say I don't like killing people. I mean, I don't like good guys killing good guys. And I still wonder why you can play as Johnny Cage and kill Cassie. Why? That doesn't make sense. Get over here. Shh. She was slipping away from me. What was I supposed to do? That, I guess? Now, if I'm correct, to do a babality, I think I can't push kick on the final round. Was it the final round, or was it the, both rounds? I think I'll try to do a babality now, while I'm still early in the tower, because it's just gonna get harder from here. But I hate that they have these tricky conditions just to do a move. I think I can block. I think it's, I just can't push a kick. Which I don't think is fair. Does it work? Oh yeah! I mean, no, it doesn't. Maybe it's, maybe it's I can't block or kick? I don't know. Shucks. Heroic brutality. Remember the heroic brutalities in Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe? I do. You know what's funny? What's funny is, in later versions of Mortal Kombat, you need, like, some meters, so... Oh, look! It's Dan Ford! And he went, Toasty! Did you see it? Watch. There he is at the bottom right corner. Toasty! Recently, Dan Forden retired as the sound engineer from NetherRealm Studios, formerly known as Midway. And I just want to say happy retirement, Dan. Thank you for all the sound effects. We'll miss you! Toasty! In Fortnite, there's an emote that you can buy where you make toast, and then Dan Forden says, Toasty! It's funny. Yeah, it's a Mortal Kombat emote. Hang on, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to look up on Google and I'm gonna see how to do the babality in the Game Boy version. Hang on. Okay. It does. I thought it's. I said ability. Babality. Babality. Okay, win the final round without using the block, high punch. It says without using block, high punch, or low punch buttons. All only kicks. Oh, so I was wrong. It was use only kicks, not only punches. So, but considering that I want to do a fatality on Reptile since he's a villain, I'm not going to do a babality on him. Give me a break. Alright, I'll hold block. Okay, yeah, holding block wasn't possible. Surprisingly, I like this more than the arcade version. Why? This is easier than the arcade version. So, I'm going to kill a reptile. Boom! Toasty! Alright. Da da da. Da 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 da. 8-bit video game violence. Turn your opponent into potatoes. This stage will be perfect for a stage fatality. Hey, that reminds me. In the last stage, I think that's the bridge. You can do a fatality on that in the console and arcade versions. Why can't I do it in the portable version? It's a stage fatality, stage. Why can't I do it so that I see my opponent falling off and then landing splat on the pavement? Come on! Get over here! Oh no, wait, sorry, that's what Scorpion says. Sub-Zero does not say get over here. Hey, is Scorpion of a... Hang on. Whoops. No, it's a... My bad. I was wondering, I'm curious, is Scorpion of that hue, of that color, if you play as him without fighting against another ninja, or if you play as him as player 1? Well, there's one way to find out. Okay, yeah. Look, see? Scorpion's on the left, Reptile's on the right. So it's ninja versus ninja. Even if it's different ninjas, the player 2 ninja will have a more solid color. I mean, that's Reptile lying on the ground, and Scorpion is standing for victory. Oh, whoops. My mistake. So apparently, I can't show Scorpion again. But remember, Scorpion had like a solid hue. Alright. So in the last fight, it was Scorpion versus Reptile. Reptile was a solid gray. Now I'm going to pick Reptile. This is Reptile. Reptile had a solid color. When he was player 2, now he's going to be player 1. Ah, see? Look on the right. That's Sub-Zero. He's more gray, solid gray, more of a solid color. And Reptile has more texture details. This is obviously to differentiate ninja since they're of the same color. You know what I want to do? I almost landed on my own. Oh, I tried to go do invisibility. I couldn't do it on time. I should do it with Katana and Melina. After this. Only his mask shows. Oh, combo! Combo! And he reappears for his victory. It'd be cool if you can do this fatality while invisible. I'd love to try, but I cannot save. Otherwise, that's gonna ruin my current game. I can do this. If your character is invisible. I mean, hang on. Oh, it's gonna be tricky, but it can be done. Okay. No, it won't let me do it. I tried doing the invisibility. He becomes visible immediately after, so I can't do it, unfortunately. Okay, I don't know the distance for this. What's the distance? What's the distance? It doesn't even say. Psh. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. If the next opponent is Melina, never mind. That's gonna take some time. Yeah, I forgot. It's easier to fight a male ninja than a female one, because there are more male ninjas than female ones. Hang on. Whoa. Oh gosh, you know what would be fun? I wonder if I can replace Mortal Kombat sprites with Street Fighter sprites and vice versa. I remember I once tried that with an SDS ROM. I was able to replace some of the letters. Like some of the font from Street Fighter would be replaced with Mortal Kombat font. It looked pretty bad, and the color palette looked weird. But I was able to do it, which itself was cool. Sorry. Okay, Melina is evil, and her teeth are horrendous. I feel terrible for Melina's dentist. Oh my goodness, Melina's dentist must be really patient. Sub-Zero versus Sub-Zero. Now you might be wondering, do I do fatalities on same character versus same character? Even as a good guy? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think, gosh. I think the second Sub-Zero is Kuai Liang and the first was Bihan. And I think Kuai Liang was the good guy. I forgot. I mixed them up. Yeah. And it wasn't until MK3 when they said, hey, let's have him masked. Oh, it's a single punch. I will save just in case. Huh. 19 minutes, okay. Toasty! A babality would have been fun. I forgot if there's a Kintaro in the Game Boy version. I mean, not to play as, but to fight against. It's unblockable! I'm holding the block button and it won't let me block. It is completely unblockable. I mean, it was unblockable after I did this. After I did the stage. After I did the slide. Or freeze, I forgot. Sub-Zero versus Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero gets a taste of his own medicine. I decided to do both fatalities. Okay. This will be the one where I try to do it with just kicks. And I don't know if the question mark is an endurance battle or if it's going to be Kintaro. I'm going to guess it's an endurance battle. Otherwise, they would just show Kintaro's face. Otherwise, people will be like, "We know who it is. It's Kintaro." Alright. Now comes the tricky part. Winning the round with only kicks. Just so I could try to do a babality. It'll be easier on easy. It's easier since it's on the easiest difficulty setting. But Sub-Zero does not have any... Oh wait, he does. I can do it. Think it's down, back, back, kick? Baby Liu Kang! Wait, what? No way. What's going on? No way. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Sorry. I meant to save. I'm fighting against Jade! That is so cool! Wait, what? Did my projectile just go right through her? Give me a break, man. What do you mean projectiles don't work on her? What do you mean Jade throws fans? Jade has a bow. Jade has a stick. Jade has a stick! What's going on? Don't tell me that is so cheap. Hey, I can do fireballs on Akuma. In Super Street Fighter 2, I can do fireballs... Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I mean. But I can do fireballs on Akuma! Why can't they do a fireball on Jade, man? Oh, give me a break! She's not gonna slip on it, she's just gonna punch me like that? In my opinion, because there are only 8 characters and 5 of them are ninjas, I think the game is a bit oversaturated with ninjas. Just a bit. It's just my opinion. But, luckily for the developers, that they can recycle sprites and save more room to have more characters in the last game. What upsets me is that the gameplay for Mortal Kombat 1 for Game Boy and Game Gear was not as smooth as this. I mean, this is a mass improvement. A mass improvement. Why does she do that? Why does the computer opponent do that? Where it's like... Oh, gosh. Or it's like, they're gonna time it, so there's no way you can dodge that fan. Like, you wanna block? Like, you wanna try jumping back? Fine, I'll throw a fan. I'll try it perfectly, so there's no way you can block it. You wanna block? Too bad. That's how it is. The CPU is tough. And you know what? This is just round 1. I mean, I don't have to beat her, but come on, you know how cool it is to beat Jade? See? Every time I jump back, it times it perfectly so she won't miss. And you can't air block in this game. Because Jade is cheap. Because the game is cheap. And you know what's weird? Even the latest Mortal Kombat game, you cannot block in the air. Time is up. Who wins? I think, yeah, she has slightly more health than me. So I'm gonna have to fix that. And that's just round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Jade is insanely tough. Oh, I forgot. She can't get frozen. Oh, I forgot. She can't do that. Look, I know I don't have to beat Jade, but you have no idea how awesome it is that now I'm gonna fight against Jade and stuff. Maybe I should avoid jumping back because she's just gonna throw a projectile, which is gonna see? Look, I jump backwards, she throws a projectile, aims it perfectly so it hits every time. She's gonna throw a projectile. See? I should, block. Ha! I did not mean to do that. Almost there. Okay, maybe the question mark was if I were to be fighting against a secret character, which I just did. In my opinion, the graphics look semi-realistic. Like, the characters do look like the way they did in the arcade version, only more pixelated. It's easier to see this illusion when they're in motion. It's harder when they're frozen. Hang on, I'll show you later. Okay, so for Shang Tsung, it looks like it's a bunch of pixels. Sub-Zero, same thing. Looks like it's a bunch of pixels. But once I unpause the game, Shang Tsung almost looks like he's realistic. Like he has his sprites from like he has his sprites from the arcade version. And yeah, Dan Forden kind of looks realistic in motion. Here he looks like pixels, but it looks a lot like his picture from the original. I don't know how they do it. Do they use some kind of conversion, or do they draw over it? It would be cool if you can do friendships in this game. Also, in case you're wondering, Shang Tsung is a lot easier than Jade. And for Jade, the difficulty setting was max, or at least it feels like max, despite the fact that this is on the easiest difficulty setting. Come on, come on, come on! Nope, 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 nope. That did not work. Come on! Okay. Try again. Of course I'm gonna kill Shang Tsung. He's evil! Before we continue, there's something I want to mention. Since I just defeated Shang Tsung, so a few months ago, Hiroyuki Tagawa passed away. He was the actor who played as Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. In fact, it wasn't even a few months ago, it was last month in December. Hiroyuki Tagawa was supposed to have made an appearance at Anime North in Toronto. I was looking forward to seeing him, but unfortunately he canceled his appearance. I'm not sure why, but well, he did what he had to. And I just want to say rest in peace, Hiroyuki Tagawa. Also, I think it's awesome I just froze Shao Kahn. That was cool. Oh. Did that spear do so much damage, really? Shao Kahn is even easier than Jade. Shao Kahn, easier than Jade. But I gotta admit, this is much more pleasant than the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat 1. Much more pleasant. Sorry, I just need to do something right now. Yeah. So in case you were wondering, my phone was on protect battery mode and I wanted to charge it to full power. There! I told you. I'm gonna uppercut him anyway. Even though I got hit by the spear. Oh, what? I thought that was gonna finish him. What? No. Wrong button. I did that on purpose, where instead of an uppercut, I'll be like this. Punch! So the slightest attack would get him. Punch! He blows up into potatoes. Until Mortal Kombat 3, that is. Woo! Something's missing here. I'm not pretending that something is missing here. I mean, I'm lending my knowledge that something is missing here. I mean, it's kind of bending my mind that something's missing here. The ending is missing. Why is there no ending? I thought even the Game Boy version had endings. Yeah, I just saved after the win. I know, but that's okay because I'm starting a new game. Now, shoot. No, that's not what I wanted. Screen options. I like the border. No complaints, it's not taking up any space. I'm going to play as Liu Kang. I think I'm going to play as a non-ninja character. And oh, what do you know? It's our friend Sub-Zero! Now's a good time for me to save. And also, if I'm going to be fighting against another character in the next round, I'm not gonna do save states unless I change my mind. I know it's kind of weird that I don't want to do fatalities on good guy characters as a good guy, with the exception of mirror matches. Yeah, so Liu Kang has high projectiles and low projectiles. Wait, oh wow, he can do that in the air? I did not know that until now. Yes, you can! Yes, you can! No, Barack Obama said, yes, we can. He was like, yes, we can! And he also said, it's time for a change! And Justin Trudeau also said, it's time for change! Oops. No, wrong button. Come on. Okay. Back for a kick. I'm the real Liu Kang. You're an imposter. Oh wow, I had it perfect. I want to do that dragon fatality on him. Oops. Down for. Doing Liu Kang's fatality on himself. Turns into dog bones. That was awesome. There are only 2 stages. That move is so cool. Yeah. Forgot. I want to do something. Okay. Yeah. One thing I like about moves, about charge moves, is that you can charge when the announcer says round 1 fight. So you can charge before the round starts. Okay. Down. And later that became an animality. I forgot to charge. Let go. Bingo. Well, I don't think I should be doing that. Oops, wrong button. It's too bad you can't have online play with this game. I think what Digital Eclipse experimented with multiplayer mode for the portable games. Yeah, I think they experimented with multiplayer mode for the portable games, but that didn't work out. And no, I'm not gonna kill Jax. Jax is our friend. That's how I want to finish him. It was hard. I was holding the kick button before you said finish him, but apparently I had to hold it again. What were the developers thinking? They should have tested that. Now, Liu Kang and Kitana, I believe, are in a relationship in the series, so we're definitely not going to kill... Sorry, I'm definitely not going to kill Kitana. Perfect angle, Kitana. Actually, I'm gonna save here. Now, I'll hold the kick button. Well, that didn't work. I mean, it would if your opponent doesn't throw a projectile at the beginning. Alright, guess that's not gonna work. Ha ha ha! I saw that coming! No, really, I did. I was able to see in my future. You know what would be a cool thriller movie? A movie called Save State, where the person's life can repeat him or his or hers. Can repeat it. Sorry, the person's life can repeat itself, and the person can choose to save and load it, or to load the save state or something like that. I mean, kind of like Groundhog Day, but there's more control. Darn. Darn! Darn! Alright, now there are two opponents I don't mind killing in the game. Melina is evil and her teeth are horrible. In my opinion, Liu Kang still kind of does look like the way he did in the arcade version in regards to realism, especially when he does his wind pose. I know he looks like a bunch of pixels, but he still has some realism, in my opinion. Jumps right over it. Alright, so I'm going to put Melina into the ceiling spikes. She likes sharp things. Let's see what happens when she gets impaled by them. Okay. Oops, I was pressing the wrong buttons. So when I'm facing the opposite direction, I get confused because I think, so am I reverse left and right, or am I following what's on screen? So that's why I got confused. Sorry, my fingers need to stretch. I was positioning my hands on the controller in a way so I can have one hand on the directional pad, one hand on the face buttons. I put block as one of the face buttons so I can use one finger to hold the kick button, just so I can charge for Liu Kang. My left hand, the middle finger is kind of sore from being pressed against the left grip of the DualShock 4 controller. I love it when a game is so relaxing. I can beat it twice within the stream. I might be able to have a little extra time after I defeat Shao Kahn, depending on how quick these fights go. I said fast. I say of quick and fight, and then I said fast. Depending on how quick these fights go. Wow, I like how he was able to reposition himself. Yeah, he moved a bit forward and a bit back. Or was it the other way around? But he positioned himself so he could fight against him. Okay, I get it. So the question mark is if you're fighting against a hidden character. Okay, got it. I think. I don't know. I mean, actually, yes. That's the. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. I need to go back enough so I can charge kick while it says round 1. And because I paused it, that was cool! That was really cool. That was really cool. He did it in the air. Sorry. That was cool. But I hate it when I hate playing as a character where you have to hold a button just to do a move, because then you have to play as a character with at least one finger on a button, and you have to control the other buttons, and the buttons that you're holding on to, that you're charging, you can't use them. And it makes it harder to control. But it's like Balrog, the boxer from Street Fighter, where you have to, I think it's all 3 punch buttons a player has to hold to do a move, and the move is more powerful depending on how long the button is held for. It won't let me block it. I was holding the block button as I was doing the bicycle kick move in hopes that I could block, but it wouldn't let me do it. I don't know why Kintaro is not in this game. They were able to fit Goro in the last game. I mean, yeah, I know it's the pit. It's a stage fatality. Sorry, not pit. It's a stage fatality stage, and that sorry, oops. And that I could do in a bed of spikes, but for Shang Tsung, I felt the best way to finish him was the dragon. Oh yeah! But how come he doesn't get knocked down? Look, I'm blocking, and it knocks me down. Why? Why is it that I can't block the attack? I'll try again, watch. Okay, I can block that, But it won't let me block that shoulder charge. Why? Okay, so I can throw a fireball to stop it. So the only ways I can avoid that attack is by either jumping over it or intercepting it with like a fireball or something. Try this again. I'm surprised he didn't throw the spear. will not let me attack after Shao Kahn punches. I'm dissecting this game where I think, was I fast enough? I can't block when I land for that spear. It won't let me sweep Shao Kahn. I was doing the sweep perfectly. I hate how the game punishes you for jumping backwards. And the game takes advantage of it. I mean, when you jump backwards, the CPU knows how to throw a perfectly timed fireball, so by the time your character lands, it will connect, and you can't block it. That was cool. Two projectiles hitting each other, but in the end, Kang wins with just a little bit of health. It's Kang versus Kahn. Projectile versus projectile, and Kang won. Why is the Y cut off? The Y is cut off. And okay, I was wondering why there was like why there were these little colors around the pixelated things. Okay, I don't know if finishing the game twice will do anything special. Alright. How far back can I go? I would watch credits just so I could see if there's anything special in it. I don't have much time left, because I do try to keep the streams to be an hour. Crypt. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'd be allowed to share this on the stream. I'm not sure if I could play the video on the stream with copyright things. But yeah, Jax had a yellow suit. It looked like this. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And that's his yellow. I think it reminds me of Kill Bill, and this was before there was Kill Bill. Oh yeah, of course, because it was based off of Bruce Lee's outfit. Duh. Okay. Wait, which one's Zoom? L2 and R2. Yeah, so this is what Jax was going to look like. No eyes. Well, of course he'd have eyes in the game, but they didn't draw eyes. And yeah, that's the snippet, screenshot of the video of his yellow outfit. Anyway, it's just over an hour. Thank you for watching. Bye. And the next stream, it will be the arcade version.